Welcome, distinguished guests, family, and friends to the 2026 Maya High School graduation. I am Tom Welsh, principal of Maya High School, and I will guide us through tonight's ceremony. To ensure that everyone enjoys today's celebration, we remind you of the following. Please silence all cell phones and all electronic devices. As a gift from Maya, all graduates will receive a digital copy of the professional photographs taken of them during receiving their diploma. Thus, do not approach the stage to take pictures, as this will block the views of other families. Please keep the aisleways clear, and all balloons must be stored in the back of the room.
Buenos días. Por favor, silencien los teléfonos. Como regalo de Maya, todos los graduados recibirán una copia digital de las fotografías profesionales tomadas al recibir su diploma. Por lo tanto, no se acerquen al escenario para tomar fotos, ya que eso bloquearía la vista de otras familias. Por favor, mantengan los pasillos despejados y todos los globos deben guardarse en la parte trasera del salón. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, sir. And now, join me in welcoming the 2026 Maya High School graduating class. Good. Welcome, graduates. Please turn and face the stage. Please rise for the national anthem played by the talented band, Brass of the Desert. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce our on-stage guest. Gary Bay is the president of the Kaizen Education Foundation, and it will certify the graduating class. Mr. Michael Harris, assistant principal and athletic director, and Ms. Polaric, assistant principal and innovative instructional coach. As I stated previously, I am Tom Welsh, principal of Maya High School. Good evening, graduates, families, friends, and distinguished guests. On behalf of the class of 2026, and with great Maya pride, welcome to the commencement ceremony of Maya High School. Tonight is a celebration of perseverance, growth, and the journey that brought each graduate to this moment. At Maya, we are more than a school. We are a community grounded in love, hope, and commitment. Graduates, every one of you has a story. For some, the road to this stage was straightforward. For many others, it was not. There were obstacles, responsibilities, setbacks, sacrifices, and moments where continuing forward would have been easy to walk away from. But tonight is proof that you did not give up. You kept showing up, and you earned this moment. For many of our graduates, this achievement also represents something much bigger than an individual accomplishment. Tonight is a family milestone, even a generational one. Some of the graduates seated before us tonight are the first in their family to graduate from high school in the United States. Graduates, if you are the first in your family to graduate from high school in the U.S., please stand so we may recognize you and celebrate you. Next, I want to recognize the Maya teachers and staff. Their impact reaches far beyond academics. They have encouraged, challenged, supported, and believed in our students long before this night arrived. At Maya, relationships matter deeply, and our staff members have helped create a place where students feel seen, valued, and capable of success. Will the Maya High School teachers and staff please stand and be recognized? Tonight's success also belongs to the families, friends, mentors, and supporters gathered here. Behind every graduate is someone who encouraged them, sacrificed for them, believed in them, or reminded them to keep going when things became difficult. Thank you for helping these graduates reach this moment. At this time, I invite one person to stand to represent the family and friends who supported their graduate. Graduates, please stand and offer them a Maya token of appreciation for the role they played in helping you reach this moment. Feels like a good crowd. Feels like a good crowd. All right, let's gather back. You should see us trying to get them to get to class on time. Let's go. Mr. Ponte, you didn't have to go. You could have stayed in your seat. Oh, okay. Thank you. At Maya, we often talk about being Maya strong, all in, any challenge, no excuses. And when you look across this graduating class, you see exactly what that means. You see students who balance school with work, family responsibilities, athletics, and personal challenges. You see students who overcame obstacles that many people in this room never fully know or understand. And still, they committed to their future. That idea, continuing forward even when the path is difficult, is something I have been thinking about a lot lately. In fact, it connects directly with what I want to speak with you tonight. Graduates, before we begin, I think we should acknowledge something we all know is about to happen. In a few minutes, each one of you will walk across this stage, and somewhere in this room, a family member or friend is going to yell your name far louder than they promised they would. Yeah. It's going to echo through the auditorium. Everyone will turn their heads, and for a brief second, you will wonder if you should pretend you do not know them. My advice is simple: smile, keep walking, and let them celebrate you. They earn that moment too. But long after the cheering fades, after the photos are posted, and after the caps and gowns are put away, I hope you remember what this moment feels like. Because this evening is about much more than a ceremony. It is about everything it took to arrive here. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about stories, graduation as a way of doing that. At the end of every school year, people try to summarize everything that happened in a few neat sentences. They say things like, they made it, they overcame a lot, they are ready for what comes next. Those words are true, but they rarely capture the whole picture. Most people hear that Maya used to be a movie theater, a Super Saver movie theater, and they smile. They think it's a fun fact about our campus, but for me, it has always meant something more personal. I grew up on a small farm in Nebraska. Go Big Red. Mr. Tobin, you left me out in the cold. So in Nebraska, going to movies was not a casual thing. It was an event. You did not buy your ticket online and casually walk in 5 minutes before showtime. You got there early. You stood in line. You watched the doors, and the moment they opened up, everybody moved with surprising urgency. They sprinted inside the movie theater to find the perfect seat. There was a science to it. You wanted the middle row, centered perfectly with the screen. Not too close where your neck hurt, not too far away where you missed the details. You did not want to sit behind someone tall. I see you, Mr. Halal. And you definitely did not want to sit behind the person who was guaranteed to talk through the best parts of the movie. Where's Miss Dunn? Yep. I remember sitting in those theaters believing that these stories were supposed to work, that stories were supposed to work like movies. They had a clear beginning, a clean middle, and an ending where everything made sense. And the hero faced challenges, learned something important, and by the time the credits rolled, every loose end had been tied together. But as I got older, I learned something all of you already know. Real life does not work like that. And neither did your story. Your journey to this stage was not written in 3 neat acts. It did not follow a script, and it certainly did not come with dramatic music every time things got difficult. For many of you, the path here was complicated. Some of you came to Maya after struggling somewhere else. Some of you arrived carrying responsibilities that most people never saw. Some of you are balancing jobs, family obligations, transportation issues, anxiety, setbacks, or the quiet weight of wondering whether school was ever going to work out for you. And yet, somehow, you kept moving. There's one story that I've carried this year. A student sat in my office one afternoon. They were quiet. Shoulders were low, avoiding eye contact in the way people do when they are carrying more than they want to say out loud. We talked about credits, deadlines, and what would need to happen to graduate. After a long pause, they looked up and said, very honestly, I don't think I can do this. There was no drama in this statement, no anger, no tears, just honesty. And if I'm being truthful, their doubts made sense. They were behind. Life outside of school was not easy. There were real obstacles, not imagined ones. No speech I could give in that moment was going to solve anything. But something important happened next. They came back the next day. And then the day after that. And then the day after that. Some days they were frustrated. Some days they were focused. Some days they were tired. Some days progress looked small enough that no one else would have noticed it. But they kept showing up. They completed one assignment, then another. They asked for help when they needed it. They stayed a little longer. They came to Focus Fridays. They kept going even when motivation was nowhere to be found. Slowly, what once looked impossible began to change. Today, that student is graduating. What has stayed with me is not simply that they made it, it's how they made it. Not through one dramatic breakthrough, but through ordinary persistence. Through the decision to return when quitting would have been easier. And that story is not just theirs. It belongs to this class. Because I have seen versions of that same story over and over again. I have watched students walk through our doors uncertain, guarded, skeptical, and sometimes convinced that nothing was going to be different this time. Then, little by little, I watched confidence begin to replace doubt. I watched habits form. I watched effort turn into momentum. I watched students begin to believe in themselves again, and none of it happened overnight. Of course, we should be honest about the difficult parts. There were days you did not want to be here. There were days you were physically here while your mind was somewhere else. There were days when IXL felt like a personal enemy, right? That you couldn't do one more essay for Mr. Salazar, that you couldn't take one more bad joke for Mr. Novak, right? That you couldn't take Mr. Harris telling you to go to class. There were days when deadlines piled up, when stress was high, when life outside of school demanded your attention, when the easiest option would have been to disappear. You didn't. You stayed. The longer I work in education, the more I believe that success often comes down to one simple thing: the willingness to stay when things become difficult. Staying when progress feels slow, staying when no one is applauding yet, staying when you are tired, discouraged, embarrassed, and unsure. That kind of persistence changes people. There is a phrase I return to often: the obstacle is the way. The setbacks you faced did not block your growth. They created it. The struggles you experienced taught you how to adapt. The delays taught patience. The disappointments taught resilience. The moments when you had to start again taught courage. Those lessons are valuable because they cannot be faked, borrowed, or handed to you. They are earned. Tonight may feel like an ending. It has all the signs of one. There are gowns, cameras, proud families, applause, and a stage. It feels like this is where the credits should roll. But this is not the ending. It is the transition into the next chapter. From here, life becomes less structured. There will not always be bells telling you where to go. There will not always be someone checking whether your work is complete. More and more, life becomes about choices, habits, discipline, and the ability to keep showing up without external reminders. And there will be future moments when life becomes uncertain again, moments when plans fail, doors close, and confidence fades. Moments when that familiar voice returns and says, I don't know if I can do this. When that happens, I hope you remember tonight. I hope you remember that you have already done hard things. I hope you remember that you know how to begin again. I hope you remember that you are capable more than fear will ever admit. Most of all, I hope you remember the truth you proved here at Maya. You are someone who stays. So tonight, be proud, not because everything was perfect, but because it was not, and you kept going anyway. That is strength, that is character, and that is something no one can take away from you. We are proud of you. We believe in you. And if no one has told you today that they love you, I do. Your Maya Strong staff does. And we always will. And never forget, we are Maya! We are Maya! We are Maya! Thank you.
Tonight, we have the privilege of hearing from a student whose journey reflects the true meaning of being all in, of taking on any challenge, and making no excuses. Arriving from Cuba and adapting to an entirely new life, they faced the challenges of a new language, of a new culture, of an uncertain future with determination and discipline. Through hard work and resilience, they rose to become the class of 2026's Salutatorian with the second highest GPA, proving that success is not defined by where you begin, but by the mindset and effort you bring to every challenge. Their story is one of sacrifice, growth, and hope for a brighter future. Please join me in welcoming our first student speaker of this evening, Matthew Labrada Perez.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to thank our principal, teachers, staff, and families for being here today. I'm here today because of my family support, so thank you to my aunt, my uncle, Ashley, my grandpa, my grandma, and especially my mom and dad. I love you all. Standing here as one of the students with the highest GPA in this graduating class is truly an honor. But honestly, what this moment means to me goes beyond ranking or grades. I came from Cuba, and growing up there taught me to appreciate opportunities in a different way, and to never take education or freedom for granted. Even though I left behind many memories and people I care about, those experiences became part of my motivation to push myself to work harder every day. Moving to a different country changed your life completely. You leave behind people, memories, and a familiar world. And suddenly, you have to adapt to something new. A new language, a new school system, and a new future that at first can feel uncertain. There were moments when felt difficult, stressful, and overwhelming. But one thing I learned is that where you come from does not define your limits. your mentally, discipline, and determination too. High school has been an important stage of my life because it helped me to realize that the future is something you build for yourself. Graduation is not the finish line for me. It is the beginning of something bigger. I want to continue studying at university, especially in the field of mechatronics. Keep learning and keep pushing myself towards my dreams until I become an amazing engineer. I want to prove to myself that all the sacrifices, hard work, and sleepless nights were worth it. And to everyone listening today, I think life becomes meaningful when you refuse to settle for less than what you know you are able to become. No matter where life takes us after this, I hope we always keep ambition, discipline, and confidence in ourselves. Thank you for listening. Congratulations to the class of 2026, and abajo la dictadura, free Cuba.
Thank you, Matthew. It is my honor to welcome a remarkable member of the class of 2026. Tonight's speaker represents the strength, drive, and courage that define the graduating class. Through challenges, new beginnings, and moments of uncertainty, they chose perseverance over giving up and turned obstacles into motivation. Their story is a reminder that success is earned by the strength and heart we show throughout our journey. We are excited to listen as they share their reflections on growth, gratitude, and the path to becoming a Maya Strong student this evening. Please give a warm welcome to the class of 2026, Valedictorian, Liz Hernandez Marchante.
Good evening, honored guests, families, teachers, staff, and the graduating class of 2026. Today is more than just receiving a diploma. It's proof of everything we have to overcome to get here. For many of us, the journey wasn't easy. As someone who had to adapt to a new language and a completely different life, I know how difficult it can feel to start over. Sometimes I stayed quiet, not because I had nothing to say, but because I was afraid of making mistakes. But during one of my math classes, I learned something simple that stayed with me. Never learn how to quit. And honestly, I think that lesson describes our entire class. No matter how hard things got, we kept showing up. We kept trying, and little by little, we made it to this moment. My high school was more than just a school. It became a place where people believe in us, support us, and remind us that our past does not define our future. To the teacher and staff, thank you for your patience and for never give up on us. Y ahora quiero darle las gracias a mi familia, mamá, papá y hermana. Gracias por todos sus sacrificios, por trabajar tan duro por nuestra familia y por nunca dejar de creer en mí, aun cuando las cosas eran difíciles. Este logro también es de ustedes. Los amo muchísimo. And to my classmates, look around for a second. Every person here has a different story, a different struggle, and a different reason to fighting to reach this moment. But tonight, proved one thing. We made it. No matter where challenge comes next, now we know how strong and capable we really are. Class of 2026, this is only the beginning. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Before we get to the reception of diplomas, we remind you that out of respect for our graduates, please stay in your seats and be considerate of others. Keep the aisles clear as the students cross the stage and until the conclusion of the ceremony. We will be providing the graduates with professional digital photos of the reception of diplomas, so you may enjoy the moment. Once again, it is my pleasure to welcome Gary Bay, president of the Kaizen Education Foundation. He is here this evening on behalf of the governing board to certify the graduating class of 2026. Mr. Bay.
I think you guys are probably pretty excited to get your diploma. So that said, on behalf of the Kaizen Education Foundation, I am very privileged to announce that you've met all the standards, certifications of the state of Arizona to receive your diploma tonight. Congratulations. Go do good. Thank you.
For the best part. Abdul Razak Alabad. Kabela Numan Al Nazri. Paola Alvarado Chang. Mario Wilfredo Villar Andrade III. Israel Franklin Ray Begay. Eric Mauricio Beltrán Gómez. Neza Bernadette. Mariah Braxton. Nicolás Calderón Quesada. Jesús Eduardo Camacho Vázquez. Robier Alberto Capote Casa Vieyes. Robert Carrillo Jr. Paola Damiana Castellanos. Alonso Castillo Dueñas. Samantha Corral Castro. Ángel Alfonso Casares Bravo. Kalia Kasia Lakel Chi. Cristian Javier Cosme Armas. Alejandra Saraí de León López. Cassandra Vargas. Edgar Dominguez. Amara Duno. Amber Fernanda Enriquez Navarro. Michelle Escobar Castaneda. Alejandro Luis Felix. Evelyn Guadalupe Félix García. Elijah Jeremiah. Andrés Betsabeth Flores Lara. Ariel Ángel Gallardo Colón. Important. Jocelyn Guadalupe Garcia. Iris Germán Romero. Zachary Miles Godfrey Thomas. César Alejandro Gutiérrez Rodríguez. Nikolai J. Haskey. Honorable mention, this is your class, valedictorian Liz Angela Hernandez Marchante. Cristian de Jesús Hernández Serrano. This is Welsh's better side. This side. Kamaya Ayana Johnson. Your class salutatorian, Matthew Labreda Perez. A special shout out to this student council president, made all those events joyful and fun, Angelita Anleja. Andrés Esteban Lezama Heredia. Edgar Antonio López Beltrán. Isis Amanda López Jiménez. Sofia Michaela Martinez Jimenez. Brian Alexander Martinez Rodriguez. Jenny Medrano Perez. Ángel Mendivil. Do I have? Vianney Judith Miranda Ornales. Tahira Muhammad. Alexa Molina. Christopher Sunray Moya. Bibi Hafsa Binti Nurul Hok. Olivia Samantha Yocupicio Padilla. Daniela Padrón Álvarez. Adriana Nicole Paoli Lopez. Jesús Martín Parra. Ulises Peña Lezama. Wagner Naum Pérez Chávez. Shirley Estrella Pérez López. Jacqueline Pérez Martínez. Elijah Pla. Robert Allen Ramirez. Omar Ramirez. Special shout out to the Spirit of Leona recipient, Quest Tila Renfrew. Imari Kasimi Rhodes. Diego Rodriguez. Cristian Daniel Román Mondragón. Try that at your own risk. Maria Salgado Rodriguez. Valerie Verónica Sánchez Armenta. Ekramudin Shakiri. Anaí Tena Reyes. Urbán Alberto Terán Castro. Again, ladies and gentlemen, very special shout out to this student. She was also student council president, Denise Valdez. Alan Villanueva Parra. Itán Francisco Villarreal Ramírez. Cadence June Winstead. And we saved the best for last. Kimberly Natalia Zula Garcia.
Thank you, everyone, and congratulations, graduates. As a reminder, please stay seated until the ceremony is complete and all graduates have left the building. A graduation tradition is the turning of the tassels. Tassels signify success. We move the tassels from one side to the other to symbolize moving on to the next stage in our lives. Leading the tassel ceremony is the 2026 Spirit of Leona recipient for Maya. The honor of Spirit of Leona is given to a graduate who exemplifies Leona values, who despite obstacles has persevered and demonstrated great character and determination in their lives and during their time at a Leona Group school. Please join me in welcoming this year's Maya High School's Spirit of Leona recipient, Quest Renfrew.
It is an honor to be standing here today as a 2026 graduate of Maya High School. Will the class of 2026 please stand? As a traditional symbol that we are now officially high school graduates, please join me in moving your tassel from right to left.
Thank you, Quest. We know you are excited to celebrate with your graduates, but a reminder for your safety and the safety of our graduates and others, please keep the aisleways clear and do not exit the auditorium until all the graduates have completed the recessional. The ceremony is complete when the graduates have left. You will be able to meet your graduate in front of the building by exiting through the main doors. Now, it is my honor and pleasure to present to you the Maya High School graduated class of 2026. No, I've heard Ted. I've heard about Ted. Maybe one day.